Hey yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Exaggeration Show with your boy Tama Singh. Hey, first of all, thanks to everyone that watched the last episode and also the ones that keep watching every single episode that we've done when I just sit here, ramble on and try to edutain you guys of what's happening in the world, right? Because 2020 is just so... Oh, it's just so bad, man. It's just non-stop things happening after the other. And it all started actually before the coronavirus, for some countries, with the Australian fires, Kobe's death, nothing to do with anything COVID related, but Kobe, man. So yeah, this whole year, I would say, not for personal experiences, but just what's happening, is the worst year I've been alive to see happening in the world, right? And I'm pretty sure for a lot of you people, besides the odd, Auschwitz survivor that watches this show, because there's probably at least one, right? Yeah, good on you, get through it. So today we've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about. The cool thing is that, I'm in my old man jersey, as you guys can see. It's freezing cold here in New Zealand. It's absolutely winter. We get like snowstorms down in the South Island. In Auckland, where the softies are, all we need is a nice cozy alpaca jersey that my girlfriend actually got me when she was overseas. So I don't care if I look like an old man. I'm nice and cozy. And I just had dinner. Lovely burgers. I gotta say, guys, I'm starting to reduce the amount I'm eating because normally I would eat food and hover my finger over the A&E hospital number because I eat till my stomach and spleen's about to just burst. I just eat so much food. And it's good that we actually had, white people food, which is burgers, because I had curry 3 dishes in a row. Last night's dinner, breakfast, and then lunch. And then I had, so I definitely love my curries. Guys, there's a lot of things happening around the world, especially in America. Still, stay away from that place. God damn. 10 million cases worldwide of COVID-19. 500,000 deaths in total, more. USA has over 125,000 deaths. And this is like the 30th of June, right? Trump is like, cool, have we finished our meetings and everything? Cool. All right, I've got my last thing here. He's like, look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful. And he's holding up photos of the fucking wall. The wall, you guys remember the wall? He's trying to build a wall to keep out the Mexicans and the rapists, But he doesn't really separate those two. But anyway, he's still on the wall, guys. And he's throwing another $4 billion towards funding the wall that he's pulling from the military. Bro, $4 billion, and you've got like 35 million people without jobs in your country, and you know what I mean? But the worst thing about it is when they showed photos of the wall, all the military sergeants and shit who were like, nah, that money should have went to us. They're taking the piss out of the wall because they're like, look, if people want to get drugs from Mexico to America, and there's this wall that's probably like 12 feet tall, bro, you just get all the donkeys to come right up to the, carrying all the cocaine, like the physical donkeys, and then one of the Mexicans would just start throwing them over the wall. Bro, it's not even that tall. It's not even that tall. And then you've got your coke, and then you just ride off into the sunset. It's so weird that you want to just spend all this money to keep out humans that have the most adaptive, smartest brain of any species on this earth, that to do with just bribing a guard to get through a fucking certain gate where you've just spent $11 billion is the entire budget for this wall. $11 billion. And the one thing is that I realized Trump fucking planned his whole campaign on the wall. That was his thing, right? I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna tell Mexico no more building stuff here, no more drugs, no more rapists. No more rapists, right? So Trump's goal, he might not get in term now. He knows that because fuck all people are starting to come to his events. So he's like, if I'm going to leave my presidency, you better believe I'm going to finish the thing that I started with, which was the wall. So it's crazy to see that he's actually doing that. Also, I'm pretty sure India and China are going to war. I'm pretty sure that's happening right now. I mean, there's certain news topics, guys, when I read, I'm like, I don't really want to know about wars, but hey, India's going hard because they've banned 59 different apps on your phone that are made in China. One of them being one of the biggest apps of this whole year, TikTok. You know, gotta love a good Milo. Yeah, TikTok has been banned from China. I mean, India has banned China's app TikTok, and TikTok's crazy because the amount of data that it collects from like the next generation, people from the age of 15 all the way up to 25 or 18, that data is going to be so useful in the next 2 to 3 years. And China's got millions of people's data from around the world. That's where the next advertising is going to be targeted. They've got data because when it comes to these massive billion-dollar companies, they don't focus just on the people of now. I mean, look, 125,000 people died from the coronavirus. They're thinking about the generation in the next 2 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, And people are raging about Marky, my boy Mark Zuckerberg, right? Because they say that Facebook hasn't done enough to stop the racism that's going around online. And, I mean, it's not Facebook's fault. It's just fucking dumb people, just the dumbest of the dumb. And the more time you spend on social media, through the law of averages, you will find absolute retards. That is it. That's a big word, but I'm using it for these fuckwits that are online on Facebook, sharing the most dumbest things, sharing their rant on like, white power with this, or I don't need to wear a mask because of this. Black lives don't really matter, do they? I mean, there's a whole bunch of this shit that's going around, and people are like, yeah, I'm pulling my ads. Big companies are pulling the ads from Facebook, and Facebook's 94%, well, 90% at least, ad revenue comes from ads, right? You've got Adidas, you've got Coke, Unilever, which is one of the biggest health and beauty brands in the world. Starbucks. I mean, who's like sitting scrolling and like, oh, there's a Starbucks on ad. I might get some Starbucks. Bro, these white chicks, they're getting Starbucks whether they see an ad or not. All right, that's just how coffee works. It's addictive. You don't need no ads to have my coffee. I'm like, open my eyes in the morning. I'm like, pour that motherfucking jug. Get the coffee sorted. And it's interesting to see that Mark Zuckerberg actually oversees 4 of the most downloaded apps of the decade. So when people saw the app boom, Silicon Valley, oh man, Mark Zuckerberg is just, he's the king. When you think about wealth, he's the guy. Because like, look at his age. He's like 36, I'm pretty sure. He's still like halfway to Bill Gates' wealth and stuff. But man, his potential to become one of the richest ever, even more or up there with Jeff Bezos. That's why I always thought Mark Zuckerberg is going to be like number 2. He'll overtake Buffett, Gates, but him and Bezos will be like this because he owns eyeballs, he owns advertising. And the 4 most downloaded apps that he's oversees is Facebook, Instagram, yep, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger for communications, WhatsApp for communications as well, Instagram and Facebook for networking and things like that. So those humongous. So it's pretty crazy to see how far he's come. If you guys haven't seen The Social Network, that's a pretty cool movie. Definitely watch that out as well. And just to recap on the last episode, my boy Chris D'Elia, the comedian that was accused of flirting and doing sexual texts with underage girls, there's been proof now that he was like, oh, wait, how old are you? And she's like, oh, I'm 16. He goes, oh, fuck, I thought I saw you at a show because you have to be 18 to come to my shows. Bye. And it's like, I read that and I'm like, ooh, media didn't report this message. And I read that and I'm like, yeah, because I want that. I like the guy. He's one of the reasons why, as I said, I got into this whole thing where you can just sit at your computer and talk shit and have some fun. He's one of the guys that I don't want to be a pedophile. I don't think I want any guy to be a pedophile, but, him especially. Because I like him and he makes me laugh. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the podcast, guys. Just a quick little recap. Some good conversation topics you guys can talk about with your friends and your family. Make sure you check me out on my Instagram at Tama Singh. Drop a comment of what other topics you want me to go into. Maybe some skit ideas. That'd be good. That I have to do in a more smart way now because I'm just by myself here. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching as usual, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Exaggeration Show. See ya!